My name is Chenzhou. This marriage, begun with me as a substitute, is finally coming to an end. Because on our wedding day, the man she truly loved ran away. That was why she chose to marry me. At a business gala, she looked at my hand intertwined with someone else's, then said with a mocking half-smile, "You've been busy, husband." I didn't dare meet her eyes. Same goes for you. That night, she pinned me against the wall in our room, her eyes unusually red as she demanded, "Why didn't you answer me?" I only found it laughable. She was the one who could never let go of the man she loved. Everyone knew. She married me because the man she loved fled on their wedding day. Our friends and relatives all pitied me behind my back. They said I was only a stand-in for my wife's true love. The night Qianyu's true love got divorced, I overheard Yanshu ask her, "Now that I'm back, would you still marry me?" Qianyu fell silent for a moment, then answered firmly, "Yes." My heart felt torn to pieces. The next day, I handed her the divorce papers. She didn't even look at them. While talking to her true love on the phone, she signed them. I looked out at the view, and a bitter thought suddenly crossed my mind. I'd love to see her face when she learns the truth. 2 weeks later, Qianyu came to my office to take me home, for the first time ever. Just as I was about to say something, Qianyu's phone rang again. "Hello. Qianyu, my head hurts so much. Can you come get me? I'm married." After a brief silence, he said, "So, what if you are?" I was supposed to be the groom at that wedding. "Then did you show up?" The caller instantly fell silent. A moment later, his voice turned choked with emotion. "I'm sorry. I'll never bother you again." After the call ended, Qianyu still didn't look any better. Then she typed him a few words. When she received the address he sent, I knew what she was about to say. So I spoke first. "Go if you have something to do. I'll take a cab. I'll come back and be with you once I'm done." As I watched her drive away, an indescribable ache filled my heart. This was my 7th year loving Qianyu. In the pouring rain, I sent Qianyu a message. "The document you asked about is in the glove compartment. If you want to know what it is, just open it." Only half an hour later, did Qianyu finally reply, "No need. You asked me to sign it, so naturally it won't harm me." That meant she had no intention of reading it. Of course, she was in a rush to pick up the drunk Yanshu. How could she have time to read it, even though it was within arm's reach? I deleted every post I'd shared online about our married life. Every single one. After clearing out my social feed, I logged out. Then I saw Yanshu's new 9-photo post. I recognized that hand at once. I knew it was Qianyu's, and I knew Yanshu had posted it on purpose. But I no longer cared about something so trivial. When I saw the cake in her hand, I froze for a moment. "It's your birthday today. Did you forget? Why are you having such a simple meal? Since Grandma died, no one remembered my birthday except him." "Thank you. We're married. Don't thank me." I nodded. Just as I was about to stand, Qianyu's phone rang. Seeing her eyes tremble slightly, I guessed who was calling, and sat back down. A minute later, Qianyu left. I watched her leave in a daze, clasped my hands together, and made my wish for my 24th birthday. This new year of my life, I won't love Qianyu anymore. The candle went out at once, just like my heart. The next time I saw her was at our class of 2021 college reunion. 3 days later, Chenzhou is over here. When she saw me, she immediately came over. "Everyone, the letters we wrote to our future selves 5 years ago can be opened today. We'll pick some at random and read them aloud, just to make things more fun." "Alright, I'll read one." Amid the noisy celebration, I seemed completely out of place. But when the class president began reading the letter, my heart stirred once more. "Chenzhou, 5 years from now, how are you? Right now, I'm writing this letter to you beneath the sun. I just entered my sophomore year when I fell for Qianyu. Unrequited love is a war you fight alone." Hearing those familiar words, my heart still rippled. but I couldn't let it show. I kept watching Qianyu, wanting to know if she truly had a place for me in her heart. I wanted to know if she truly had a place for me in her heart. When the letter was finished, the entire room fell deathly silent. Qianyu's whole body suddenly stiffened. She remembered that year, that wedding she could barely bear to remember, and how, amid all those strange stares, I had stood up without hesitation and walked resolutely to her side. But just as I wanted to read more in her eyes, Yanshu called. "Qianyu, they've cornered me downstairs at the club." Before the caller could finish, she shot to her feet and rushed downstairs. I stood on the steps, watching it unfold, and froze. As I watched her shield Yanshu and lead him away, I could only turn around and go home alone. It wasn't until the early hours of the morning that Qianyu came home, seeing me sitting silently on the couch. She finally remembered to offer an explanation. "Chenzhou, everyone there today was from our class." I couldn't just ignore what happened to Yanshu. I had no desire to call her up. I only gave a quiet hum. Then I went into the bathroom. Half an hour later, I came out, drying my hair, only to find Qianyu holding my phone. Her expression was slightly strange. "Chenzhou, why are you buying plane tickets?" I froze for a moment, then quickly took my phone away. I didn't buy any. It was probably just a text alert about discounted airline tickets. She wanted to ask more, but seeing that I didn't want to talk, she swallowed her questions. She wrapped her arms around my waist, rising on tiptoe to kiss me, but I turned away, avoiding that heated kiss. "I'm not feeling well today. I want to rest early." She didn't press me further and turned off the lights. The next day, the weather was beautiful. We drove together to a hot spring resort. I leaned against the wall, watching the endless white steam rise, and gradually grew sleepy. Before I knew it, I fell asleep. So I didn't hear the knocking outside. She called for me several times, but I didn't respond. "Chenzhou, are you in there?" "Open the door. It's Qianyu." Growing anxious, she pushed the door open and rushed in. When she saw how groggy I was, I opened my eyes groggily. Steam filled the air. Our skin pressed together. Her first instinct was to put me down. I got up and went into the changing room. When I came out after getting dressed, I had no strength left. Just then, Yanshu called. Qianyu, sitting beside me, paused for a moment. Then she ignored me and turned to leave. What I did when I stood up at that wedding was truly laughable. There is no such thing as a latecomer taking someone's place. Love is love, and no love is no love. I'd made the wrong bet from the start. So now, faced with total defeat, I accepted it. I don't know how long passed. I trailed behind alone, staring at the harsh lights overhead. A silent laugh escaped me. Then I got a call from the staff. "Mr. Liu, your visa has been processed. This year was almost over, and I was about to leave this place too." I collected all my documents and began packing. I packed up every gift she'd given me after we married and mailed them all to charity. "Mr. Liu, are you all right?" "Don't worry, it's only a divorce." "Has Ms. Lin agreed?" "I don't know, but if Qianyu sees those divorce papers, she'll probably be very happy. After all, Yanshu is all she sees and thinks about now." On the second to last day, Yanshu sent another message. This time, he sent a photo. It stirred nothing in me. Instead, I opened my contacts and deleted Yanshu and Qianyu, and everyone connected to them. On the day I left, the first snow fell. I took the diaries I'd sorted through the night before, along with the unsent love letters, out into the courtyard, and burned them all. I lifted my head. The tightly shut gates suddenly opened. Qianyu, whom I hadn't seen in a long time, had returned. She looked at the pale pink envelopes. "I've been busy lately. Once I'm done in a few days, let's have a proper talk. There's no need to talk. What you wanted most, I gave it to you a month ago. Just as she was about to ask what it was, her phone chimed several times. When she saw the messages, a smile lit up her eyes. I personally walked her to the door. Go back inside first. Don't catch cold. But I insisted on seeing her off from the doorway. Through the car window, she looked at me, raised her hand, and waved. She softly said something. I couldn't hear it clearly. It was probably, drive safe. After all, over the past 3 years, she'd often said that. Once the car pulled away, it quickly disappeared from sight. I returned to the bedroom, put on my down jacket, and dragged my suitcase down the road. I stood alone in the snow for a long time. A taxi stopped outside the villa. Before getting in, I took one last look. Goodbye forever. Goodbye, Jingbei. Goodbye, Qianyu. Qianyu drove straight to Zhou Yanshu's home. She carried a heavy bag in her hand. An unfamiliar woman passed by. The woman who had just left Zhou Yanshu's home. Was she one of his friends? She walked to the door and knocked. The moment Zhou Yanshu opened the door and saw her, a radiant smile spread across Zhou Yanshu's face. Qianyu flipped through the photo album, reminiscing about the past. By noon, Zhou Yanshu's mother came over. Qianyu, all these years, your uncle and I have been busy with work. If you hadn't looked after Yanshu, who knows how badly she might have fallen apart. We're the ones who should thank you. Zhou Yanshu walked over and sat beside Qianyu. Mother Zhou said, now that you two are older, and you've started your own family, Yanshu is still immature. He keeps clinging to you. Please don't hold it against him. We'll set him straight, so he won't trouble you again. Zhou Yanshu tried to change the subject. All right. Qianyu and I grew up together. Why talk about being a burden? She even promised to take me home, right? Under the older woman's gaze, Qianyu changed the words on the tip of her tongue. I did promise, but my secretary just said there's an issue at work. Now that Uncle and Annie are here, I won't intrude any longer. She turned and left the living room. Before she'd taken more than a few steps, Mother Zhou called after her and handed her the photo album. Qianyu, Yanshu has wronged you these past few years. But he was young then, and didn't understand how rare it is to find someone worth cherishing. Please don't take it to heart. Annie, I've let go of the past. I don't resent Yanshu. Don't worry. Mother Zhou sighed. Yanshu simply wasn't fortunate enough. Your mother told me. The man you married afterward is kind and respectful to his elders, and thoughtful too. The two of you are very close. He's the one worthy of your wholehearted devotion, the one who will grow old with you. Qianyu knew Mother Zhou meant well. She also understood that her story with Zhou Yanshu had ended at that wedding, when she'd spitefully chosen to marry someone else. Whenever Zhou Yanshu cried and made a scene, insisting he still loved her, her heart had been moved. But just as she was about to give in, she would remember that I was her husband. Only after hearing those words did it feel as though she'd been awakened. Slowly, she came to her senses. She gave Mother Zhou a deep bow. Thank you for going out of your way to tell me this. I understand now. After leaving Zhou Yanshu's home, Qianyu went to the family estate. Mother Ling called her into a room. Her tone was unusually serious. You're back? Sit down, okay. When you first got married, I thought Chenzhou's family background wasn't worthy of you, so I held that against him. But over these past 3 years, I've seen how deeply he cares for you, how well he keeps this household in order, and how attentively he looks after us too. I've gradually let go of my misgivings. You're not so young anymore. I don't want to keep repeating certain things. Let the past stay in the past. Don't keep holding on to it. You chose well. You found yourself a wonderful husband. It's time to settle down and live your life properly. You and Chenzhou had no real feelings for each other before marriage, and you were both so young. You need to say things clearly when they need saying. before silence turns into misunderstanding. You're right. I know what to do now. Good. That's all I wanted. Mother Lin nodded with relief. Then she took out a box and pushed it toward her. This jade pendant was a gift from your grandmother when I married. Give it to Lu Chenzhou. The day after tomorrow is your father's birthday. Remember to bring him back. We'll have a simple family dinner together. Lin Qianyu opened the box. She stared at the icy translucent jade pendant inside. For a moment, she was stunned. She stood alone at center stage. Her heart turned to ash. She picked up the microphone. All the emotions she'd buried in her heart for so long came pouring out at once. As for what exactly she said, even she didn't know. Until I changed into that slightly oversized suit and walked to her side, one resolute step at a time. Together with her, I faced the spectators' prying stares below. I was fearless and would not back down. Perhaps my resolve gave her strength. Lin Qianyu's lifeless heart found the courage to risk everything once more. Though she still didn't know her groom's name, she had already made up her mind. She would cherish the man who put a ring on her finger for the rest of her life, and never betray the hand that reached for her in her darkest hour. Lin Qianyu put the box containing the jade pendant into the glove compartment. Before closing it, she noticed the document. She tried to remember when it had been placed there, but no matter how hard she thought, she had no clue. Just as she was about to take it out and look, Zhou Yanshu called. Qianyu, my parents have left. My friends want to get together. Are you done with work? Want to come hang out with us? Sorry, I have an emergency meeting in a moment. I have to go. Lin Qianyu hung up. Then she drove home. The usually lively villa was unusually quiet today. Lin Qianyu looked around. She noticed many things were missing from the living room. They were all insignificant little things I had bought. In the past, she never would have noticed. But for some reason, this time, she keenly sensed that something was wrong. Lin Qianyu stopped the butler. She asked why so many things were missing from the house. Where did all those little ornaments go? The elderly butler bowed. Sir threw them all away. Then he looked up at her expression. After hesitating, he spoke. Miss, are you really going to divorce her? Several close friends entered arm in arm. Qianyu, on a snowy day like this, I knew you'd be home. They grabbed Lin Qianyu and dragged her outside without another word. How long has it been since you got together with your friends? Come on, let's go have a drink. The final word of divorce, still unspoken, was drowned out by the crowd. Though they said they were going drinking, her friends were mindful of Lin Qianyu's health. They only dared give her glasses of plain water. She watched the others playing games and took to sips. Then she took out her phone and found my contact. She typed out a message. Before she could press send, the friend beside her who had just finished a call suddenly went tense. She grabbed Lin Qianyu and pulled her up. She called out to the others at the table, her voice incredibly urgent. Come on, we're changing venues. There's something new to see. Where are we going later? Everyone kept asking where they were going, but she wouldn't say a word. Every so often, she glanced at Lin Qianyu. Their destination was a bar none of them had ever visited. Before entering the bar, the friend pulled Lin Qianyu aside. Then she said something strange. Qianyu, don't go in yet. There's something I need to tell you. What is it? Did something happen? You're acting strange. Qianyu, I'd heard rumors about certain things a long time ago. Whatever you see in there, don't blame me. Really, we grew up together like sisters. Hearing the seriousness in her voice, the smile slowly faded from Lin Qianyu's face. She looked at the door just ahead and raised her hand. The moment she pushed open the door, the entire scene inside the bar lay exposed before them. In the dazzling, neon-lit hall, everyone was lost in the deafening music. A white spotlight shone down, illuminating the center of the stage, where a couple was locked in a passionate kiss. Though she was some distance away, Lin Qianyu recognized Zhou Yanshu at once. He had his arm around a stunning, flamboyant woman. An unnatural flush colored her face. His hands kept roaming over her from behind. The people standing at the door fell silent. In sharp contrast to that silence, The cheers in the hall only grew louder and wilder. Damn, they went all out right away. They've been kissing for half an hour. Aren't they running out of air? Yanshu has been with this girlfriend for half a year, right? How long do you think this one will last? Will she last longer than Qianyu? HMPH. Don't try to figure out Yanshu. He's only having fun. Just look at him. He's toyed with Qianyu for 3 years. Now that he's in the mood, isn't he playing with her like she's a dog again? Hearing Zhou Yanshu's friend speak so shamelessly, the women's anger flared at once. They couldn't stomach it. They shoved through the crowd and charged inside, then cut the bar's main power. This sudden disruption shattered the lively atmosphere. When Zhou Yanshu came to his senses, he looked at the people who had barged in, his face turning utterly grim. He swept his gaze around, then glared coldly at the hostile group. How did you know about this place? I didn't invite you. What are you doing here? It's just a bar. If you can come here, why can't we? Do we need your invitation? What? Are you honeymooning here with your new girlfriend? Afraid we'd see you and tell on you. HMPH. Are you still afraid Qianyu will find out? She's a married woman. Is she supposed to interfere with her ex-boyfriend's freedom to date? The moment he said that, the women began applauding, seeing them smile instead of getting angry. Zhou Yanshu's heart sank. He realized something was wrong. Just as he was about to demand an explanation, her closest friend spoke first. You've pretended to be a devoted man still in love with her for so long. Now your true colors are showing. Done with the act, Zhou Yanshu? You've been dating another woman for 6 months. Why do you have to want it all? Why keep coming after Qianyu too? Hearing that, Zhou Yanshu's girlfriend also realized something was wrong. Her face darkened. Zhou Yanshu never expected this to happen today. He knew this was about to become a major scene, so he hardened his heart and spoke without thinking. Wasn't she the one throwing herself at me, begging to get back together? I'm sick to death of her. Why would I ever go after her? She clings to me like a leech. I can't shake her off. I got tired of her 3 years ago. That's why I deliberately ditched our wedding. It had nothing to do with going abroad. Is that what you truly think? Of course, even if Qianyu were standing right here, I would tell her the exact same truth. After those words, no one needed to say another thing. Zhou Yanshu's right eyelid suddenly twitched. He looked at the familiar figure standing in the doorway, and his restless heart turned ice cold in an instant. 3 years later, Qianyu once again became the center of everyone's attention. Yet, unexpectedly, her face showed almost nothing. None of the anger or disappointment people expected. None of the pain showed in the slightest. There was only the calm release of someone who had weathered it all, and the stillness after the final curtain falls. She heard every single word. Across the vast sea of people, she looked at the man on stage, his face deathly pale. At that moment, he seemed utterly unfamiliar. It was as if she were meeting him for the first time. Thank you for not lying to me. You finally told the truth, Zhou Yanshu. After Qianyu said those words for everyone to hear, she lowered her eyes, a faint smile touching her lips. Qianyu turned around and left without looking back. Back in her car, Qianyu checked her phone and found the message she had left unsent, and sent it. A notification chimed. She thought I had replied immediately, and lowered her gaze. On the chat screen, a red exclamation mark stood out sharply. She looked at the friend request prompt below it, and blinked rapidly. Qianyu could not understand it. She sent several more messages, but she was still blocked. Why had Chenzhou suddenly blocked and deleted her? Her heart, still as stagnant water, rippled with countless waves. Reason told her that something must have happened, but emotion desperately suppressed reason, trying to comfort her with other explanations. She had seen him off this morning. He had waved normally. Maybe everything was fine. Qianyu desperately tried to reassure herself, but the way she floored the gas and sped away betrayed the panic in her heart. She ran 10 red lights in a row and made it home before nightfall. The house looked much the same as when she left. It was still cold and empty. So empty it no longer felt like home. She saw the kitchen light was on, and thought Chenzhou was inside making hangover soup. She rushed straight in. Soup was indeed simmering on the stove, but the housekeeper was tending it. Seeing her, the housekeeper quickly bowed. Flustered, she poured a bowl of soup, and handed it over to sober her up. Miss, the soup is just ready. Please drink it while it is hot. Qianyu had not been drinking, but she still took a small sip. The hot soup touched her lips, but it was not the taste she knew. Qianyu frowned. Did sir not make this? The young housekeeper's clear eyes suddenly widened. She hurriedly apologized. I am sorry, miss. Before sir moved out, he taught me how to make the soup, but I did not remember it. Please wait a moment. I will make a fresh pot right away. Of everything she said, Qianyu heard only for words. Before he moved out, her heart plunged straight into an icy abyss. When did he move out? This morning. After you left. The housekeeper looked confused. The living room, bedroom, study, bathroom, every corner of the house. Qianyu searched them all. There was still no trace of Chenzhou. He was gone. Seeing her distraught and lost, the old butler finally voiced the question troubling him. Miss, why did you agree to divorce, sir? At the word divorce, Qianyu felt the world spin around her. In her mind, she frantically replayed everything that had happened lately, searching for any clue. Qianyu grew more and more panicked. She had her secretary investigate Chenzhou's whereabouts, while driving out to find him herself. She first went to the old house where Chenzhou used to live, but found only sealed doors and windows. The neighbors told her Chenzhou had returned yesterday and thrown out many things. It looked like he was going far away. The next second, her secretary's message came through. Once she realized it, Qianyu felt a chill rise in her heart. After having her secretary book a flight to the United States, Qianyu returned to the car. She did not drive. She leaned against the seat, staring blankly at the chat screen where she had been blocked. So, he was not merely moving out. He had decided to leave the country. Why would he suddenly want a divorce? Why would he leave without any warning? To become my husband. To stand by my side. Wasn't that what he'd always wanted? She pulled open the drawer. She wanted to get a charging cable. Her gaze swept over the document folder. This time, she finally opened it. Qianyu's hands trembled uncontrollably, but she remained calm. She turned the pages one by one, until the final page. When she saw her own handwritten signature, she froze completely. The dozen or so weightless pages felt impossibly heavy in Qianyu's hands. Only then did she finally understand why Chenzhou had left. Why was her signature on the divorce agreement? She had no memory of signing it at all. When my plane landed in San Francisco, it was afternoon there. Outside arrivals, I saw a teacher I had not seen in years. It was Su Wangson. In my senior year, she left Peking University and started her own business. After 3 years of hard work, she had established herself in Silicon Valley. I wheeled my suitcase over, smiling brightly. Professor Su, it has been so long. Hi, it has been so long. I quit teaching. Why are you still calling me professor? If you do not mind, just call me Wangson from now on. Her warm, easygoing nature made me, still unaccustomed to this foreign place, feel deeply comforted. I did not stand on ceremony any longer, so I simply called her Wangson. Chenzhou, when you finished graduate school 6 months ago, I invited you to the United States. You did not agree then. Why did you suddenly change your mind? Back then, I had not decided what to do next. My gaze froze for a moment, then quickly returned to normal. After thinking for a few seconds, I chose my words carefully. Family matters also made me reluctant to leave the country, so I did not accept your offer. But I have figured things out now, since I do not know what lies ahead. Life is about taking it one step at a time. Look at me. I taught at a university for years. Before I realized I was not suited to life in an ivory tower. That was why I decided to get out and see the world. You are still so young. It is normal to feel lost. After parking the car, Su Wangson took me back to the apartment. It had the bedrooms and a living room, facing south, with plenty of sunlight. There was a supermarket downstairs, looking at the spotless room. I felt more than half my exhaustion melt away. Su Wangson showed me around, then carefully explained everything I needed to know. Afterward, she took me out for a meal. After we ate, we went to the supermarket. We picked up some everyday essentials. After taking me home, Zhou Wangson did not disturb me further. She left me her address before going. I took a shower and lay on the bed, watching the sky outside slowly darken. The room was quiet. My thoughts wandered, and I soon fell asleep. I had a dream. In it, I sat at Qianyu's wedding. But this time, Yanshu did not run from the wedding. He married her. I watched them exchange rings and vow to spend their lives together. As they kissed amid countless blessings, I left. I returned to the silent, deserted campus and buried myself in study for 3 years. After graduation, I flew to the United States, quickly completed the registration formalities, and began a new life. I never went back. In that brief lifetime, my only connection with Qianyu was our 4 years as classmates. After that, we went our separate ways. I was always just the unfamiliar male classmate whose name she could not remember. The dream had felt too real. Even now, I could not tell dream from reality. I sat alone on the sofa for a long time, until noon, when a call from Zhou Wangson finally woke me fully. Chenzhou, are you up? I am downstairs at your building. Come down quickly. Let us have lunch together. I found Zhou Wangson's car in the parking lot. I opened the front passenger door. As I sat down, I caught a glimpse of someone in the backseat. Out of courtesy, I did not look closely. I thought I would wait for Zhou Wangson to introduce them. Once I was seated and buckled in, Zhou Wangson said nothing. Instead, a familiar voice came from the backseat. Did you rest well? Hearing that familiar voice, I jerked my head up. In the rearview mirror, I saw a familiar face. Why was it Qianyu? After only 1 day apart, she looked utterly exhausted, as though she had not rested in a long time. Yet her eyes, fixed on me, were clear and resolute. Countless words rose to my throat, but I did not know what to ask. In the end, I said nothing at all. Silence settled over the car. A minute later, Zhou Wangson finally sensed that something was wrong. She hurriedly turned around and glanced at me, trying to ease the tension. Chenzhou, this is your former classmate, Qianyu. Do you not recognize her? She had just landed at the airport when she called me, saying she wanted to see me. Since you two were classmates, I thought we could have a meal together. You do not mind, do you? I did mind, but Sister Wangson knew nothing. I had to remain calm. So, I could only pretend nothing was wrong as I answered her. Sister Wangson, whatever you arrange is fine. I have just not adjusted to the time difference yet. I am a little dizzy. Zhou Wangson smiled and nodded. She gestured for me to take it easy. Then she turned to speak with Qianyu in the backseat. Qianyu, are you all right? Would you like to go back and rest first? We can meet up later. Qianyu had not slept for over 30 hours, but she knew this was not the time to rest. So she gently shook her head. No need. Zhou Wangson smiled. Then let us eat first. I have already booked the restaurant. You two hardly interacted back in school. Who would have thought you would cross paths again after graduation, running into each other in San Francisco? Though I kept my head lowered, I could feel the burning gaze behind me. Since Qianyu had come, she must have come from me. The head of the Ling group, the golden girl everyone envied, had been asked for a divorce by an ordinary man like me. She must be unwilling to accept it. It was not a chance encounter. I came to San Francisco to handle something important. Meeting Chenzhou was inevitable. From her tone, she sounded as though she knew me well. Yet judging by my reaction, we seemed like strangers. This tangled relationship left Zhou Wangson thoroughly confused. So, you came to find Chenzhou. Have you two kept in touch often since graduation? Are you close? I answered before Qianyu could speak. Just acquaintances. Qianyu's gaze darkened considerably. Zhou Wangson tried to smooth things over. You were classmates for 4 years. After all, you may not be close now, but spend more time together, and you will gradually get to know each other better. Oh, Qianyu, are you here in the United States for work this time? Did you come alone? You did not bring your family. I heard you got married. Your husband was a classmate too, right? After a long pause, I finally heard Lin Qianyu's slightly hoarse voice. Yes, but he asked me for a divorce not long ago. I came to the United States to deal with it. Su Wangxin never expected her casual gossip to touch on someone else's private affairs. She suddenly felt a little awkward. I did not want to continue this subject, so I quickly changed it. Sister Wangxin, did you book a Western restaurant or a Chinese one today? I have not eaten anything since I woke up. I am a little hungry. Su Wangxin gave me a grateful look. She quickly picked up the conversation. Only a few hundred yards left. We are almost there. The meal lasted an hour. Throughout it, Su Wangxin played mediator, keeping the conversation going between us. Seeing me focus on my food, Lin Qianyu could only swallow back the questions she had held in for so long. Halfway through the meal, something suddenly came up at the company. All right, I will be there right away. Su Wangxin rushed off to handle it, leaving before us. A dinner for four became a courtroom showdown between divorced spouses. The atmosphere froze at once. After I finished the last bite of steak, Lin Qianyu offered me a napkin at just the right moment. I did not take it. Instead, I stood and took a fresh one. My tone was mild, but I got straight to the point. Whatever needs to be said, let us clear it up now. Though we had only been apart for one day, I was nothing like the husband she remembered. Had she changed? Or had I simply never known the real her? Faced with this unfamiliar version of me, Lin Qianyu was at a loss. But Chenzhou's decision to divorce me had to have something to do with me. So, at the very start of our conversation, she sincerely apologized to me. Chenzhou, I am sorry. For the past 3 years, I failed in my duties as your wife. I could not give you a normal home life. I ignored everything you did for us. I am sorry. Everything between Lin Qianyu and me had been wrong from the start. It was never going to end well. Expecting someone who did not love you to build a family with you and devote themselves to you for a lifetime was unimaginable to begin with. Let alone when that person had never let go of someone else. The reason I asked for a divorce was simply because I realized that, 3 years ago, my way of thinking had been childish and ridiculous. I only wanted to set my life back on the right path. It has nothing to do with responsibility, and even less to do with anyone's sacrifices. So I gave her only one answer. I do not need your apology. Just file the divorce agreement. Then mail me the divorce certificate. Just send it with the postage due. I do not need your apology. Just file that divorce agreement. Then mail me the divorce certificate. Just send it with the postage due. Lin Qianyu stood frozen in place. On the flight here, she thought there was still a chance to save everything. She stayed awake all night, thinking of how to apologize and win me back. But not until this moment did she realize how resolute I was. Do we really have to get divorced? Why? I looked steadily at her, word by word, clear and decisive. I married you because I loved you. I want a divorce because I do not love you anymore. That is all. After leaving the restaurant, I did not go home. Instead, I went to see Su Wangxin. When she saw that I had come alone, a flicker of surprise crossed Su Wangxin's face. Where's Qianyu? I asked casually. After you left, she had something to handle too. I start work in a couple of days, so I came by to get a feel for the place first. Su Wangxin did not think much of it. She had just finished her work as well, so she warmly showed me around the entire company. After work, the two of us went out for dinner. Only then did I return to my apartment. I checked my phone and saw a friend request. It was from Lin Qianyu. I remembered what she had said before we parted. Since you have made up your mind to divorce me, I will respect your wishes. I was not worthy of your love. I let your feelings for me down. I am sorry, but we were married for 3 years, after all. Even though we have separated, can we still be friends? Friends, between Lin Qianyu and me. Was there any reason for us to remain friends? No. Should we not part on good terms, and never see each other again? So I did not accept her request right away. At 10 o'clock, when I was about to rest, I found that Lin Qianyu had sent another friend request. There are some clauses in the divorce agreement that I would like to discuss with you. Since it concerned our divorce, I accepted it immediately. Lin Qianyu did not waste words either. She sent over the clauses she wanted changed, highlighted in red. I looked closely. Once I received the divorce certificate, I was set to receive half of Lin Qianyu's wealth. It was a windfall out of nowhere, yet it made me uneasy. So I sent her a voice message. As for the division of assets, let us follow the original agreement. You do not need to give me so much under marital property law. Otherwise, I would not feel right accepting it. Lin Qianyu seemed to have expected that response. She replied quickly. I know you did not agree to marry me for money. The reason I changed the agreement was not to compensate you either. It is simply what the law requires. All of this is rightfully yours. Do not overthink it. The days passed. I officially began my new job. A month later, I received the divorce certificate, along with countless properties, shares, and other assets. Looking at the endless zeros in my bank account, not knowing how to handle it, I put it aside, as if none of it had happened. I went on with my life. I went to work as usual. The moment I arrived at the company, Zhou Wangson called me into her office for a meeting. This meeting concerned a potential project partnership with several internet companies back home. They needed to choose an assistant at the meeting to accompany Zhou Wangson back to China to discuss the partnership. Her gaze swept across everyone in the room, before finally settling on me. Lu Chenzhou, you will come with me. Caught off guard by being singled out, I was quite surprised. But since Zhou Wangson had chosen me, I had no choice but to agree. After the meeting, the two of us silently stayed behind. Zhou Wangson did not beat around the bush either. She spoke plainly. Chenzhou, on this trip home, although we will be discussing details with four companies, our main focus will be our partnership with the Ling Group. Hearing that name, I vaguely guessed what this was about. I looked at Zhou Wangson, hesitation in my eyes. Lin Qianyu. Zhou Wangson nodded. After hesitating for a moment, she chose to be frank. After our last get-together, Qianyu asked to meet with me privately. That was when this project was finalized. About you and her, she did tell me a little. I felt it was your private business, so I never brought it up. I did not quite understand what Zhou Wangson meant. Why did Zhou Wangson think Lin Qianyu would compromise for my sake, to avoid any unnecessary misunderstanding? I told her the truth frankly. Wangson, I did not tell you before because I was already divorced. I thought it was unimportant. But this project is too important, so I should be direct. Lin Qianyu and I only had a short-lived marriage. She did not love me. There was never any real love between us as spouses. Our divorce was an amicable parting. As far as I know, she values loyalty and affection. But when it matters, she stands firm on her principles. If you think taking me along to negotiate will improve our chances of success, then I am afraid I have to disappoint you. Hearing it from the other person involved, his description of the state of their marriage, Zhou Wangson found it quite strange. She gestured for me to sit down, and could not help asking, are you sure Lin Qianyu has no feelings for you? I nodded at once, seeing how certain I was. Zhou Wangson could not help remembering what Lin Qianyu had said before leaving San Francisco. Professor Zhou, Chenzhou and I were actually married. More precisely, we are divorced now. I did not do well in our marriage. I disappointed him, so he asked for a divorce. Chenzhou was very resolute. I did not want to cause him any more distress, so I agreed. But I want to win him back. For now, though, I need some time to think things through calmly. Chenzhou surely would not be willing to return with me. Could I ask you to look after him for a while? To show my gratitude, I am willing to discuss a project partnership with you. She asked for my opinion. I will handle the project. You do not need to worry about it. The reason I want to take you along is partly for my own reasons, and partly because I want to give you experience. Just treat it as an ordinary business trip, and follow the usual procedures. Can you do that? I had known her long enough to know, and I knew Zhou Wangson was straightforward. She would never undermine someone behind their back. Besides, this business trip truly was a rare opportunity. It would be a shame to let it slip away. So, after thinking it over for a long time, I agreed. Our return trip was set for 1 week later. As I worked, I also packed my luggage. The closer the departure date came, the calmer I became. Everything that happened before, I would treat it as a dream. Now, the dream was over, and I had fully woken up. I would not cling to the past anymore. As for Lin Qianyu and me, we had merely returned to where we started. We were simply ordinary classmates again. I had already decided how I would act when I saw her again. I left the airport chatting and laughing with Su Wangson. We are finally here. Yeah. Finally back home. As we talk, Su Wangson spotted her parents. She waved at them in the distance. Overwhelmed with excitement at seeing her parents, she suddenly grabbed my hand and ran over. She introduced me to them. Mom, Dad, this is Chenzhou. He took such good care of me on the way. Her parents eagerly invited me home with them. Lu, you must be exhausted. You must be tired, young man. Since you are here, come home and sit with us for a while. I knew the family had just reunited, and they would have endless things to talk about. No, your family is reunited. I will not intrude. I have things to do later as well. I am truly sorry. Su Wangson looked a little disappointed, as though she had something she wanted to say. Come on, Xing'er, let us go home. She looked back at me several times. I waved to her. Goodbye. After we parted for the moment, I pushed my luggage out of the airport alone, only to find it pouring outside. There were no cars on the road. I opened a ride-hailing app. Just as I was about to request a ride, a black car suddenly stopped in front of me. I instinctively looked up and saw Qianyu walking toward me beneath an umbrella. After months apart, she had grown much thinner. She wore a beige trench coat, her tall, slender figure seeming even more delicate. I had not expected her to appear, and froze for a moment, yet she walked straight up to me. Her eyes filled with emotions I could not decipher. She called softly, Lu Chenzhou. It has been a long time. Have you been well? I instinctively stepped back, putting distance between us. In a flat tone, I said, I have been fine. My coldness left Qianyu disappointed, but she understood it was only natural. She quickly composed herself. Looking at my suitcase, she said, the rain is too heavy. Let me take you back to your hotel. Seeing that my ride had been accepted on the screen, I refused her offer. No need. I have already booked a car. Then take this umbrella. Otherwise, your luggage will get soaked. I refused the umbrella she offered. I do not need your help, and I see no need for us to have any further contact. What do you think, President Lin? Those words were like a needle, piercing Lin Qianyu's heart. The hand hidden in her sleeve trembled slightly. Her smile was strained. Now that we are divorced, can we not even be friends? I put my phone back in my pocket and took an umbrella from my bag. Watching the car draw nearer. Before the divorce, we were only ordinary classmates. After the divorce, we should simply go back to that. You and I were never from the same world. There is no need for us to be friends. Every word held no trace of affection. That left Qianyu stunned. She watched the driver help load my luggage into the trunk. She watched me put away my umbrella and open the car door. She felt something was slowly slipping away from her. She could not help stepping forward and grab the car door before it could close. Amid the rapid patter of rain, her voice rang out firm and powerful. I do not think we are from different worlds. Lu Chenzhou, perhaps you have heard countless people gossip about your background and criticize your choice to marry me. But I want to tell you this. I have never looked down on you, and I have never once thought that you did not deserve to stand beside me. You simply embraced all that you had and bravely pursued what you loved. You do not need to belittle yourself. I turned to look at her, the corner of my mouth lifting slightly. For once, I smiled and said, thank you. After leaving my luggage at the hotel, the rain stopped too. I grabbed my bag and hurried to the restaurant to meet Guzichi. The two of us threw our arms around each other. Then we sat together and caught up. When Guzichi heard that I had received half of Lin Qianyu's assets, her mouth dropped wide enough to swallow a plate. She threw an arm around my shoulder and ignored everyone's strange looks, screaming nonstop, my buddy is loaded now. Damn, if I stick with you, will I never have to worry about money again? I hurriedly covered her mouth, apologized to the customers we had disturbed, then immediately took her to a private room. Once no one else was around, Guzichi glanced around, then whispered, did the money come through? It did, but I do not dare spend it. It feels like a windfall that will eventually be taken back. Guzichi could not stand hearing that. She began earnestly talking me through it. What windfall? It is legally yours. Since Lin Qianyu is being so generous, just take it and use it. What is there to feel awkward about? It is not like you held a knife to her throat and forced her to marry you. She had a point. Seeing my concerns gradually fade, Guzichi grinned and picked up the menu. Without even looking at it, she slapped it into the server's hand. Bring me everything expensive you've got, Australian lobster and all. 1 serving of each, please. Certainly, sir. After putting on that show of wealth, she looked satisfied and proudly showed off. How was my performance just now? Did I pull it off? I gave her the thumbs up, deliberately teasing her. Pretty impressive. I just wonder, when the bill arrives, whether President Gu will still be so bold. Guzichi feigned surprise. Chenzhou, are you not treating me? I smiled and said, how about we split the bill? After a hearty meal, Guzichi was thoroughly satisfied. Just as we were about to pay and leave, a mocking voice suddenly came from behind us. Well, look who it is, Chenzhou. We both looked up at the sound and saw a group coming down from upstairs. Most of them were college classmates. They crowded around Yanshu as they walked our way. Guzichi leaned close to my ear and whispered, Chenzhou, the day after you went abroad, word got out that Yanshu was seeing several people at once. It caused a huge uproar because so many people were involved. It even trended online. I heard Qianyu's friends were the ones who spread it. His reputation has been ruined ever since. He even quit his job and went running back to Qianyu, begging to reconcile. But Qianyu would not give him the time of day. You should have seen him after Qianyu rejected him in public. His face went pale, then livid. It was hilarious. Yanshu had just reached our table and vaguely overheard us talking about him. His face immediately darkened. He glared at me viciously. Did you not go abroad? What are you doing back here? Whatever I do is none of your business. What are you so smug about? Do not tell me you think coming back means you have a chance to return to Qianyu's side. She never cared about you before, and she certainly will not now. I did not want to argue with that whole group. I paid the bill and grabbed Guzichi to leave. My dismissive attitude only enraged Yanshu further. He directly blocked our way. You stole my wedding, then took half of Qianyu's fortune. You are nothing but a scheming man who married into money. Who are you trying to impress? What good is all that money, anyway? You still reek of poverty from head to toe. Do not stink up the air around me. When her little followers heard that, they all joined in laughing. Furious, Guzichi moved to confront them. I quickly held her back. I looked calmly at Yanshu. My voice even. Qianyu chose to give me that money, just like those widely spread rumors about you. It is entirely legitimate and completely true. After that, I did not care what expression Yanshu wore. I pulled Guzichi away. Having struck a nerve, Yanshu flew into a rage. He knocked over the scalding soup on the server's cart, sending the piping hot, oil-slick soup spilling everywhere. Just as it was about to splash over Guzichi and me, Qianyu appeared. She raised the soup bowl to block it. The sizzling soup drenched her entire left hand. The exposed skin instantly erupted in countless blisters. Her face turned several shades paler. Yanshu never expected her to be here. In panic, he hurried forward to check on Qianyu's injury. Qianyu forcibly suppressed the searing pain. Gritting her teeth, Qianyu glared at him. Her gaze was colder than ice and snow. I pulled Guzichi away. Having struck a nerve, Yanshu flew into a rage. She knocked over the server's cart, sending the piping hot, oil-slick soup spilling everywhere. Just as it was about to splash over Guzichi and me, Qianyu appeared. She raised the soup bowl to block it. The sizzling soup drenched her entire left hand. The exposed skin instantly blistered from the scalding heat. Her face turned several shades paler. Her face grew even paler. Yanshu never expected her to be here. In panic, he hurried forward to check on Qianyu's injury. Qianyu forcibly suppressed the searing pain. Gritting her teeth, Qianyu glared at him. Her gaze was colder than ice and snow. Out of respect for Uncle Zhou and Aunt Zhou, I have not held you accountable for what you did. But if you refuse to change your ways, I do not mind teaching you a lesson. Yanshu tried to explain, but Qianyu gave her no chance. She left with Guzichi and me. As the cold night wind blew, my head cleared considerably. Seeing the injury on her arm, I took the car keys straight from her pocket. I rushed us to the hospital. When the nurse saw such a large burn, she was startled too. She hurriedly called for a doctor. It was already late. Guzichi had work the next day. It took a great deal of persuading before she finally went home. Only 4 people remained in the emergency room. I turned to Qianyu, who was struggling to endure the pain. I took out the tissues and wiped the beads of sweat threatening to fall from her forehead. I said nothing. I went to collect the medicine the doctor prescribed. When I returned, her wound had already been treated. The doctor gave us many more instructions, then allowed us to leave. I drove Qianyu home. Returning to that villa again, I looked at the living room, almost unchanged from before. A flicker of disorientation crossed my eyes. When the elderly housekeeper saw me return, her face lit up with joy. She hurried over. The housekeeper babbled, "Sir, you have finally come back. While you were away, Miss Lin has been waiting for you." Halfway through her words, the housekeeper saw Qianyu's injury and froze. "Miss Lin, how did you get hurt?" I pretended not to hear the housekeeper. I handed over the medicine in my hand and repeated the doctor's instructions. Then I turned to leave. Watching my retreating back, Qianyu felt an emptiness in her heart. She desperately wanted to ask me to stay, but the words died on her lips. Qianyu's hesitant, despondent expression did not escape the housekeeper's notice. Ignoring everything else, the housekeeper hurried after me and called me back. She poured out everything she had not finished saying. "Sir, now that you are back, please do not leave again." Over these past 3 months, aside from work, Miss Lin either stayed in her room, staring blankly at the flowers you once planted, or murmured in her sleep, wishing for you to return. She flew to America every week just to see you. Afraid of disturbing you, she did not dare contact you. Hearing that, my first reaction was that it was absurd. Wasn't Qianyu only in love with Zhou Yanshu? Why would she, for an ex-husband like me, do so many incomprehensible things? So I did not take those words to heart. I solemnly told the housekeeper, "Qianyu and I are already divorced. I have let go of the past too. Whatever happens to the Lin family has nothing to do with me anymore. Please do not call me sir anymore. Just call me Lu Chenzhou from now on. It is getting late. I should be going. Please take care of yourself." After resting for 2 days, I threw myself into work. I accompanied Su Wangson to discuss the details of the partnership. I learned a great deal from it, and the project progressed exceptionally smoothly. Everything fell into place, without the slightest obstacle. During discussions with the Ling group, Qianyu herself did not attend. She sent a vice president in her place. I let out a quiet breath of relief. I presented the contract I had prepared in advance. After reviewing the terms, they showed a strong willingness to cooperate, but they set one condition for the duration of the contract. The coordinator handling communication between both parties had to be me, as designated by the Ling group. Su Wangson immediately realized that this had to be Qianyu's idea. She wanted to use this partnership to keep Lu Chenzhou here. After thinking it over, Su Wangson decided to ask what I wanted. So after we left the Ling group, the two of us found a cafe to talk. "Lu Chenzhou, this may be presumptuous, but if you do not mind, could you tell me how things began and ended between you and Qianyu?" I fell silent for a moment, but in the end, I told her the whole story, from beginning to end. For years as classmates, 3 years of marriage, together, they made up nearly 1/3 of my life. But when I truly spoke of it to someone else, it felt weightless, leaving no trace, as though I were telling someone else's story. That immense love which had once sustained me, through countless dark nights, had finally been worn away by time. After Su Wangson heard it all, she could not pull herself out of it for a long while. She did not know what to say. At that moment, every word seemed pale and powerless. Only silence echoed endlessly through the private room. Only silence echoed endlessly through the private room. Seeing the pain and regret written all over her face, I smiled softly. "Sister Wangson, I know you have reservations. You want to secure this project, but you do not want me to be hurt. The reason I told you about the past was also to tell you that I have truly let it all go. Whatever their reason for making this request, as far as I am concerned, I will simply treat it as work and do it properly. Though I do not have much experience, as long as you need me, as long as the team needs me, I will do my utmost to see it through. I will not let everyone down." Hearing my solemn promise, Su Wangson's eyes filled with tears. This project would determine her success or failure. That was why she had spared no effort to make this partnership happen. And the most crucial part of it was me. No words could express it all. In the end, all her gratitude became the clink of our glasses. At the end of April, Su Wangson took for signed contracts and prepared. to fly back to San Francisco. I went to the airport to see her off. We held each other for a long time, looking at the figure appearing in the distance. Su Wangxin could not help asking, Lu Chenzhou, after all, she is the woman you loved for 7 years. She has finally realized how she truly feels. Are you really not going to give her another chance? Su Wangxin meant well. She wanted me to be happy. But back then, before I could truly move on, I suffered terribly. I do not want to go through that again. So I gave her only one answer. Sister Wangxin, life cannot be lived twice. We both need to move forward. For the sake of convenience at work, I rented a top-floor apartment. The next day, someone moved in across the hall. It was Qianyu. During that month in Jingbei, I often ran into her everywhere. By supermarket shelves, outside hot pot restaurants, and in corners of the park. She was always following me. When we happened to meet face to face, we would exchange a few words like ordinary friends. The rest of the time, she silently trailed behind me, watching her try so hard to please me. I suddenly remembered her in college, when she was with Zhou Yanshu. But I was not Zhou Yanshu. I would not take her kindness for granted, nor did I toy with her. I only wanted to live each day well and enjoy my life. The contract ended on my 25th birthday. I booked a flight back to San Francisco for that day. I packed until dawn, then noticed light snow falling outside. When the clock struck midnight, there was a knock at my door. Happy birthday. I thanked her politely. After the candles were lit, I clasped my hands together and made a wish. What did you wish for? The same as last year. Lu Chenzhou, the day you left last year. What did you say when you walked me out? I did not hear it clearly then. What was it? I cannot remember. Those memories, soaked in cold dampness, the memories too painful to revisit, had long been washed, blurred, and faded by time. All I remembered were the vivid, bright years. Those scenes that warmed me whenever I recalled them were still clear as day. As a new year of my life began, I wished that everyone I would meet and everything yet to come would turn out beautifully. So I casually made up 2 lines in reply. I wish you happiness, and I wish the same for myself. When I woke the next morning, the world outside had become a frozen expanse of snow. The moment I went downstairs, I saw Qianyu waiting by the roadside. You will not find a cab in the snowstorm. Let me drive you to the airport. All right, once I leave this time, there will truly be no return. There are some things I want to bring to an end. Once the car started, it moved very, very slowly. Lu Chenzhou, do you remember Christmas during our 2nd year of marriage? It snowed heavily then too. My mother was in poor health. You took me to a temple to pray for blessings. While making a wish, I drew a love fortune. It read, may I win one true heart. As I listened to her, I remembered that time too. A hardship ordained by fate. If you see the truth soon enough, then it is the best possible sign. I did not understand what she meant then. I thought the master was trying to enlighten me. I worried over it for a long time afterward. Back then, I truly wanted to spend my life with her. But looking back now, Qianyu was the one who drew that fortune. Those words were not meant for me. And the person she wanted to stay with until old age was not me either. Is that so? I do not remember it clearly. Before I knew it, we had arrived at the airport. I picked up my suitcase and was about to leave, when Qianyu called out to me from behind. She took out a box and held it out to me. Please take it. It is a token of my affection. It is what my mother wants to. I remembered it was a Lin family heirloom. Why was she giving this to me? If it was a parting gift, it was far too valuable. I could not accept it. I knew what this gift represented. That was precisely why I did not want it. I have told you these things many times. Now that our story is over, let us return to where we belong. Every single word cut Qianyu deeply. She stood in the snow, watching helplessly as I slowly walked away. Step by step, I never looked back.